So right now I have the air purifier on, and at the same time I'm still wearing an N95 mask. So please be careful to not be inhaling the silica dust. Make sure you try to get rid of that if possible. Water also works, but these tools have to be used dry. So, let's see. Zoom back out. This is a coarse Diaflex. So the Diaflex are the thin ones, and Diathins are the thin ones, and the Diaflex are the coarse ones. Got that backward. Right now I'm going at about 3 to 4,000 RPM. And again, I'm probably using an ounce to an ounce and a half of pressure. Not very much at all. So there are some small imperfections in the agate. I'm trying to get past them so they don't show up in the final polish. But looks like there may be a hole in it. I'm not sure if it stops or not. Let's see. I think everything's uniform enough. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the stone and move to the next degree of coarseness. Alright, so I'm onto a medium bit. And it really only takes a little bit with these bits. These Diaflex wheels are really sharp. They're embedded with diamond. and they'll bring you down to a uniform surface as long as you use one after the other. Nice light pressure. You can mediate that. I blew out my fine bit. I have the Diaflex, but it's not going to get down into that, so I'm going to kind of skip a step, and I don't even feel that bad about it. Just keep the bit moving. Don't rest it in any one spot, or it will burn a hole through there, create tool marks. Just gentle pressure, slow speed. You're just basically doing some fine, detailed sanding. Just getting rid of any scuff marks or tool marks. And right now, I'm close to the stone. I'm trying to make sure it stays in frame, but I'm actually using my N95 mask and my magnifying visor, so we're looking at the stone a little bit differently. That's why sometimes I veer off camera. Sorry about that. Let's see. I'm happy with that. Let's see. So make sure you wipe down the stone in between. Get rid of any rock dust. Clean your hands, clean the area off. As long as there's not too much in between, you can keep kind of going. Before polishing and between polishing stages, I always recommend actually washing the stone with a little bit of Dawn dish soap, because Dawn is really good at cutting the grease that might be in the polish and getting rid of any excess rock dust before moving on to the next step. Alright, this is a somewhat abrasive but pretty fine abrasive, and I use a very light pressure. Just kind of glide over the stone. It burnishes the stone, getting rid of any, little pieces of rock or whatever that might be there. Again, light pressure. Probably no more than 4,000 RPM. Alright. I'm going to go wash off the stone, and then I'm going to put a coat of polish on it. Hello again. Hey, I got a little super polish on there. I don't know how much longer you're going to be able to get super polish. That Mountain Mist 14,000 is what I prefer. Hopefully they come out with something comparable. Unfortunately, the creator has passed, and he took the formula with him. So there is little to be had, but sadly that happens, and I appreciate him for who he was, and thank you for a great product. I just charged the stone, got it, trying to get down to every little spot, not going fast, just trying to be consistent about application, making sure that it's getting into every little nook and cranny. And then again, keep the stone moving. Don't pause it in any one direction. I do apply a little more pressure early on. It's a soft felt burr is what I like to use, and there's different shapes. You can get them in wheels, you can get cones, you can get cylinders. The main thing is to be consistent. If you go in one direction, try to hit the same spot in every direction if possible. That way there's no strange tool marks. It's starting to fill in. And then periodically I'll switch from this over to, let's see, I know I've got a wheel here somewhere. I like these soft long hair bristles. They work pretty well. Let's see, this one's gray. Charge the polish. Close it off. Try not to get any cross-contamination between polishes. You don't want to mix in some 8,000 grit into your 14,000 grit. Otherwise, you're always going to have scratches. And with these, I find that you can use, once you get it applied, you can increase your speed up to, say, 8 or 12,000 RPM even, with a super light 1 ounce to half ounces of pressure to get that really high gloss mirror finish. So I got the stone washed off some and got cleaned up. I didn't like the old wheel. It was contaminated, so I got a new wheel, and I've been charging that with some more of the super polish in 14,000. Let's see if we can hit this a little bit more. It takes a while. It takes longer to polish than it does to define the stone. So to come up with your shape takes a lot longer to decide, okay, I'm going to sand and polish. And again, I check it periodically every 2 minutes, 3 minutes at the most. And I see if I want to make changes to the stone or if there's any problems that I have to address. You don't want to get too far and then realize you have a long way to backtrack. It's easier to address those problems as they turn up. Again, try to make sure you go in at every direction to ensure uniformity. Still with very light pressure, probably no more than 1.5 ounces. I have increased the speed some. When basically what we're doing is like a 14,000 grit sanding, basically. Wet sanding with polish, if you will. All right. Ooh, that's nice. So those little bubbles turned out a lot nicer than I'd hoped. The micro bubbles are out. The stone is essentially done. I might go over it 2 or 3 more times. I'll wash it, and I might polish it 1 more time. But essentially, this is the same stone we started a while back. The Deer Creek, beginning to end. Sorry it's taken so long, but there she goes. I'll try to get some videos linked up so that you can watch the process. And I've got a ton more that I'm working on. Let's see, there's oops, all kinds of stones, sorry. Excuse my mess, I do have to get through the shop, but here we go. A little more of a close-up. The colors will be different outside under sunlight. The green, the purple, the blue, those tend to pop a little bit better. Right now I still have to wash the stone, plus because my gloves are blue, it's going to throw off the actual color of the stone. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks to everyone who's liked and subscribed. Thank you for getting the channel up over 7,000 viewers. And I hope to be putting out a ton more content with AmberJay. We are just so very grateful. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody.